collection loss. This one's going to be easy if you just went through the vacancy one. It's calculated the exact same way as vacancy, and it's used the exact same way, which is to reduce potential rent to a more realistic number. What it represents is the non-receipt of income that you actually have a contract for. For example, the tenants have a lease and they don't make their rent payments. Plain and simple. And you're probably going to end up evicting them. Returning to our numeric example, let's incorporate a 5% collection loss. In year one, 5% of the $60,000 in potential rent is $3,000, just like it was for vacancy. You do the same for year two, and you do the same for year three. And this gets us one step closer to our realistic rent number of effective rent. Some investors combine vacancy and collection loss together. In this course, I'm going to ask you to separate them because I want you thinking about them independently. And just like we did with vacancy, let's think about what $3,000 in collection loss looks like in year one. Looking back at our units and rents, $3,000 in collection loss could be, for example, the tenant in unit one not paying a month of rent, and then not paying a second month of rent, and then you go through an eviction process and finally have them evicted by the end of the third month. All that together results in $3,000 for the year. Now that assumes only one tenant stops paying. If there's $3,000 in losses throughout the year for 2 units, that would be $6,000 in collection losses. As you determine what your collection loss is going to be, you really need to think about the quality of tenants that are currently in place and the quality of tenants you're likely to continue getting when you buy the building. And this is all the more reason to do a really good job of qualifying tenants, which means checking credit and references. Let's see this in action.